begin, I would like to ask for you guys to please hold all questions until the very end. Thanks. Okay, so hello students of St. Edward's University. My name is Taylor Robertson, and today I'm here just to inform you about the organization that I got to volunteer at over the break called Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. So my goal is just to give you some background information, let you know how you can volunteer if you're interested, and just how we differ to a similar organization here in Austin. So according to ABC13 News, Rowdy Girl Sanctuary is actually the world's first cattle ranch to go completely vegan, which I think is really cool and impressive, especially since they're located here in Texas. They're actually located in Angleton, Texas, right outside out of Houston, and they opened in 2015. And if you look at your pamphlet, there's a picture of actually the founders, Tommy and Renee, and their cow, Rowdy Girl, which is what the sanctuary is named after. They obviously used to be a cattle ranch, but they had a change of heart and really couldn't bear bonding with the cattle and seeing them being sent to a slaughterhouse, so they kind of changed their ways. According to their website, their mission is really just to continue rescuing farm animals from being slaughtered is their main goal. But they also will take any farm animal that needs a new home or has been neglected and just give them the perfect carefree environment for them to live the rest of their life. They also just want to be an educational resource for people who are interested in becoming vegan or any fellow ranchers who want to follow the same path that they took. And in addition to their mission statement is actually they want to become a plant-based for-profit farm so they can get some money to help maintain the sanctuary. And at the bottom I put some pictures of some of the animals you will definitely meet if you ever choose to volunteer or even take a tour there, so that's always fun. Next, if you flip over, I'm going to talk about how you can volunteer, which is at the top. It's really easy to volunteer here. Since it is new, they do need a lot of help, as much as they can get. And since it's a farm, they're open every day of the week. There really is no off days, so they're very flexible on when you can come and help out. All you have to do is email Renee at the website that I've listed and tell her what you're interested in doing. The options right now is that you can volunteer directly at the farm, which is what I did. And there's so many things you can do. You can help clean, you can help feed, you can bottle feed baby cows, you can groom, you can help get the hay out in the fields. There's a lot of options. But since it is in Angleton, Texas, near Houston, it's quite a drive and a big commitment for someone here living in Austin to go. So they actually have at-home volunteering that you can do, which I've personally never even heard of. One of their options is being a web assistant. So what you would do is just help them maintain and update their official website, their social media, if they have any events coming up, which is really easy and doesn't really take that much time. And then the other thing you can do is host your own fundraising event with them. So it can be anywhere, and Renee will actually come and y'all get to do a meet and greet and help fundraise for the farm. The next one coming up is actually going to be in California on New Year's, and Renee's going, is going to meet everyone there, and it's supposed to be really fun. Okay, so next, at the bottom, I've listed Rowdy Girl Sanctuary and how it kind of differs between an organization here in Austin that has a similar concept, Austin Pets Alive. I chose it specifically because I felt like it was the classic traditional example of someone who wanted to help animals. What they would do is volunteer at their local animal shelter, and APA happens to be that for Austin. APA is great. I volunteered there myself, and they offer a lot of varieties. According to their website, you can baby feed kittens, you can take dogs for a walk, you can clean there too. But personally, problems I've experienced is that one, have so many volunteers, it's really hard to get a timetable that works for you. And on top of that, their orientations are very, very long. So just to walk a dog, first you go to the orientation for the organization. Then you have at least 3 hours of an orientation that teaches you how to properly get the dog out of the pen and walk to a different pen. And then you have to do a certain amount of hours of doing that by yourself before you can actually take the dog out for a walk. So it's really long and extensive, but at Rowdy Girl Sanctuary, there is no orientation. You don't need any experience. You come, it's all hands-on. They're there teaching you what you need to do if you have questions and things like that. And what's also great is that you're not focusing on just cats and dogs to help animals, like at APA. You're doing a variety of animals like cows and pigs and goats and donkeys, so it's really cool. Another thing I wanted to point out is that another good difference is that when you volunteer at APA or like your local animal shelter, you're restricted to just the local city that it's in, and that's it. But RGS offers you that chance to really volunteer wherever you are, whether it's in California or somewhere else in the States, which I think is really cool and really unique. So today I talked about the organization, gave you a little bit of background. I also told you guys how y'all can volunteer and what kind of makes this different, like giving you the chance to volunteer literally right in your bedroom. So I hope knowing this information, it will help you consider to volunteer here in the future and help maintain my vision for the organization just to really stay open by having enough help to do so. I do thank you guys so much for listening to my presentation, and I'll open the floor to any questions.